Hello everyone. Good morning. I hope you're all having a good Sunday. That your Saturday went okay, at least. uh, let's just jump right into it. Oh, okay. Okay. The chat overlay took a little bit to load in, and I changed it a little bit, and I thought I had messed it up, but I did not mess it up. Okay. uh, yeah, let's continue playing some Honkai. I had a ton of fun the last 2 days, so yeah, I figured I'd keep playing it, at least to continue the main quest line. I feel like we're coming to the close to the end of the current part of the story. We just have to figure out what the Sanctus Medicus cult wants to do and meet up with Dan Hang and stop him. So yeah, I think we're almost at the end. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, yesterday I did play a little bit, but I mostly just farmed some materials from the calyxes and finished the event. And this time I did not I did not do any wishes. So maybe we can start with that. Okay, so I guess we have 20 wishes for the regular banner and 2 wishes for the standard banner. Sure, let's do them. Let's do these 2 first, and then later we can do the 20 for the featured banner. But yeah, we're just gonna get these 3-star weapons. But oh well, that's fine. I'm gonna guess it's another blue. Yeah. It would be very, very surprising if I had managed to duplicate the luck I had when I was off stream the other day, where I just got 2 5-stars. I mean, honestly, I would not mind if that had happened again, but oh well. Fuck, I keep closing the menu without sending the dispatch again. Okay. Huh, someone else wants to be my friend. Mario Killer. Sure. I have no idea who you are again, but welcome. Let's see, who sent us a message this time? Oh, Serval. Huh. An automaton chainsaw on a vehicle. Okay, so she's just a terrorist. That's fine. Okay, now we're free to continue the... Actually, let's play the daily mission while we wait for people to join up. Oops. Okay, so over there. Oh yeah, yesterday I also did the daily mission outside of the stream, and it was also in the same place. I wonder if it's the... Oh wait, these guys respawned, okay. I didn't even notice where they were yesterday. Oh fuck, I only have 3 people in my team. I think that should be okay, probably.
Follow my charge.
I didn't look at who I had in my team, but I hope
Here
it's okay.
thunder. Show no mercy.
So you are afraid of what?
There's no time. Conflict is pitiless.
Fuck, is he gonna run away? Okay, no, he isn't. Okay. That was
Battles
close.
are chess games.
Let's...
Like.
Yeah, let's fix our team. Wait, there's this team. Yeah, okay. Let's not jump into any fights with only 3 guys again. Oh, hello. Thank you for following. Okay, I'm going to butcher your name. I am so sorry. But Takashi Satodate. Oh, you saw me in the recommendations? That's really hype. I had no idea I was being recommended to anyone. I hope you're... Okay, I'm glad I didn't butcher it at all. I mean, I did... Hold on, let's put on autoplay. I did learn a little bit of Japanese, so I shouldn't butcher Japanese pronunciation too much. But I will definitely butcher it. Thank you for joining. And I hope you're excited for some Honkai Star Rail. We're just doing the daily mission really quickly, and then we'll be continuing the main quest line. We're on the okay. Now this I'm going definitely butcher the pronunciation. We're on the fuck, I can't even. Shanjiao. Yeah, Shanjiao, the space station. We're gonna be continuing the quest line and defeating the enemies of the government, which honestly has a Roman I totally identify with. No, oh, you're also a VTuber? That's really cool. I'll definitely check out your channel later after the stream. Wait, I have no idea what's going on, but I don't want to meddle. Gilbert? Who the fuck is Gilbert? Yeah, can't you lend him the medal if he just wants a medal? Okay, but first the mission part of the daily mission part. Oh yeah, exactly. It is really rare to see like Roman-based VTubers. Honestly, I'm only aware of like 3, and I guess 2 of them don't really count as VTubers because they're PNG tubers, but I still count them as VTubers. But yeah, I'm only aware of like 3 people, so so I guess that's good. That's like a little niche, but still, there should definitely be more people. Yeah, exactly. PNG tubers totally count. It's just some people, I don't know, they like to differentiate, but yeah, it's all the same. Potato, potato. Oh wait, wait. Is the robot gonna have the medal for the guy or something? Oh, so Gilbert is the guy we're helping, okay. And I was asking who the fuck was Gilbert.
We're in trouble now.
Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult of a fight, as long as he doesn't focus on Ting Yun.
Time for swordplay.
Oh yeah, honestly, Roman mythology is amazing. Like, okay, I'm not I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not 100% an expert on the on everything about Roman mythology. But if honestly, if there's anything
Conflict
you want to
is
talk about Roman mythology, I'm on it. Honestly, I've been thinking about making like YouTube videos talking about Roman mythology and like explaining it to people.
Welcome,
But I
customers.
don't know. I don't have the mental
the
stability
master
to dedicate
Show no
myself to
mercy.
making a YouTube video. I don't know. I'm not good at editing
Have anything you
videos.
block. Strike with heart.
a foregone conclusion.
Let's be friends.
But yeah, for example, something I've been wanting to talk about Roman mythology is, so you know how the Romans always,
Blade and
how should I say this? They always syncretized like local gods with their own gods, and when they didn't really have a match for the local god, they just added it to their own pantheon.
nap time.
Like this is because of a concept that is, it's called no, I'll just say the Roman version. It's called it's called Pax Deorum, which basically means peace of the gods. It's a concept that's kind of similar to the Mandate of Heaven in China,
Strike with
and
heart.
it is basically, as long as the government keeps the gods happy, the gods are gonna keep the government like safe. They're gonna keep its enemies at bay. They're gonna keep plagues away. They're gonna make sure the economy grows, like that sort of thing. And if the gods are unhappy, then civil war, plague, enemies, all that kind of bad thing comes into the government, comes into the state and wreaks havoc. So Pax Deorum is basically keep all the gods happy, every single one of them, because a single unhappy god can fuck your shit up. So yeah, you don't know which gods are real, so you might as well worship all of them. That's basically how that works. It's a little more complex than this, but yes, that is the basics of it. Basically, every single god is way more powerful than you can ever hope to deal with as a mortal, so just keep all of them happy. Of course, there's always gonna be more popular and least popular gods, but this is also, like for example, when you hear about the Christian persecutions, it's because of Pax Deorum that they are persecuted. Because all monotheists, they only worship one god, and they deny the existence of all other gods. That's really bad for Pax Deorum. That means that you're upsetting every single god for the sake of one god, and that is not good. Not good to say the least. So that's why usually monotheists are like, they are either syncretized against their will. Like, for example, Yahweh for the Jews, it was syncretized with Jupiter. It was not a popular syncretism, but it was. But it did exist. And, I mean, it did exist. I think I'm misremembering. But I think it did. And yeah, so every single monotheist is just, yeah, it's not good. And then when they get very popular, that's when they get persecuted. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, another bad part about Christianity, well, bad in relation to the traditional Roman religion, is that they are what's called a mystery cult. So traditionally in Christianity, you don't get to go to church unless you've been baptized first. That is what's called a mystery religion, and that's what's called an initiation rite. You have to be initiated into the cult before being able to participate in the cult. And in traditional Roman religion, you don't have to be initiated. You just have to go to the temple and participate in the public festivals. like shutting off your religion to other people is again another way to make the gods unhappy and to shut off the government from your god, and that is not good. That's inviting catastrophe. In the eyes of the Romans, of course. But yeah, that is... Yeah, exactly. There are other mystery cults, like Christianity isn't special in this, but yeah, they are always very relatively small. Like getting to know the gods like Quirinus and Amor, as well as famous people like Nero Claudius. Oh yeah, exactly. Honestly, there are also so many gods in Roman mythology. It's so hard to keep track of all of them. Like, I compiled the list of all the like major and minor gods. There's like over 100 names in it, just on the minor gods alone. Like the major gods, it's like a dozen, which makes sense. The minor gods, fuck, there are so many.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, and full of worldly strife.
Like, for example, I don't think I've ever heard of Amur. I've heard of Quirinus, kind of, but I've never heard of Amur. Which again is another example of why you need to syncretize local gods, so that the local people keep worshipping them. Wait, hold on. Okay. That was really easy one. Oh, so he's a... Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense for the name. Yeah, there are so many gods of love. I'm guessing Amur is like the personification of love itself. At least that's what I'm guessing. Because there are a bunch of gods which are just personifications of like emotions and phenomena.
Ah, you're back. From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits.
Your ears are really sharp.
I wouldn't be envious. This is not an innate ability, merely compensation for my visual impairment. Ultimately, nothing I hear or smell can match the vividness of the colors that you perceive. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary
Oh, this is
it needs to be delivered to the seat of
the
divine
potion of
foresight.
immortality. Not to mention how Roman mythology has connections to Greek mythology. Yeah, exactly.
The conclusion.
A lot of
Put
people
simply,
like
I don't
overstate
believe
how
that the
connected
draft
it
of
is.
Draconic Surge holds
Like
the
it is
cure to
connected
Mara.
a lot, especially
Even in the foreseeable
with
future,
how
there will
popular
likely not
Greek
be any
culture
such
became in the Roman Empire.
I've compiled the
But yeah,
details
people
into a written analysis.
Sometimes overstate how
If you're
close it is.
interested, feel free to
Because,
take
like, for example,
This is a copy of pharmacological
Greek
studies on the
religion
draft
has
of Draconic
no...
Surge.
Like, it has epithets,
chief
but it doesn't
counselor
have
wants to
this
see it
concept of
urgently,
Pax Deorum.
I'll have to
Like,
ask you to
barbarian
deliver
gods
it
are just
for me.
barbarian gods. They don't really need to be worshipped. And people sometimes also say things like, oh, Jupiter is just the Greek Zeus. Mars is just... wait, Jupiter's just a Roman Zeus. Mars is just a Roman Ares. Which, I mean, it's kind of accurate, but it's not the whole story. Like, they aren't just name swap versions. They are sometimes very, very different. Like, for example, Mars is not all the time associated with the brutality of war, like Ares is. Do you know about Justitia? Oh, yeah, Justitia is like a if I'm not mistaken, is wait, how do I say this? It's like one of those goddesses that are imperial virtues.
Share?
So they're basically
Wow.
gods. Actually,
Even for
maybe
those
maybe I'm wrong
alchemists.
about this.
That was
But
fast.
my understanding is that Yusitia is like one of those goddesses that are created. Well, they're not created, but they are popularized in the early Principate, and they're basically used as like propaganda. Like, look, Justitia is with us because the Princeps is in power. If he wasn't, there would be no justice.
Don Shu.
And yeah, it's gotten very
why would the
popular,
Alchemy
and it's still the
Commission's chief
symbol
alchemist
of
be away from her
like
post?
courthouses today, if I'm not
I've
mistaken.
heard that the chief alchemist
It's
is
the
visually
same
impaired.
symbology, right?
She
The
rarely
blindfolded
leaves the
lady
Alchemy
with a
Commission
scale
now.
and a sword.
She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly. Let me see her report. No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. Still, this is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts.
You've
Those
already
were
rewarded.
rewards from the Seed of Divine Foresight.
And yeah, she does
These are
also
gifts
remind
from
me
me,
of the.
Personally,
It wasn't Astrea that
You've
she
done
reminded
so
me of.
much
It
for
was
the
a
Law Fu.
different goddess.
for the Xianzhou.
But I forget her name
This
now.
is
It's
the
like the
least I
goddess
could
of
do.
vengeance. Which I guess it's not a one-to-one comparison, but it still reminded me of her. And yeah, there are other goddesses that are imperial virtues. The one I went to look up just now to make sure I didn't get her name wrong was Abundantia. Her name just basically literally translates to abundance, just like how Justitia translates to justice. And yeah, it's literally how it sounds. It's just abundance. Like the Princeps is in power, and that's why we have abundance. That's why we have food in our tables. That's why we have gold in our pockets. That's basically how the imperial virtues work. There's some issues with which I would like your expertise. Can you drop by the Sinwood Pavilion for a spell? Sure, we're coming over. Yeah. Justitia, I'm not completely sure. She might have been a symbol of the courthouse, even in her original form. But Abundantia is literally, like, she doesn't even have any myth associated with her. She just has symbology. So, yeah, that's really, yeah, like, she wasn't used for who she was. She was used for what she represented for the state, which was that the emperor is virtuous, and so as long as he remains in power,
Thank you for coming
we
on such
get
short notice.
these benefits from all these goddesses who blessed him.
My stay in Exalting Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seed of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed. I've already concocted some of the medicine in question, but there can't be any further delays. Could you assist me in ensuring it arrives on time?
Make sure it arrives on time. Sure.
Thank you. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her.
Okay, descendant of the goddess Venus. Wait, what was the story of Venus? I remember the story of Mars, where Mars is the father of... No, wait, yes, okay. No, I remember now. So, every single Roman emperor, they all they all say that they're the descendant of Augustus, right? Because no, sorry, not Augustus, of Julius Caesar. That's the important one. He's like the center point, which is a whole masterclass of propaganda.
Is this the one
But
Don Shu
that's
sent me to find?
that's for another time. So they all say that they're descendant of Julius Caesar. Okay, he's the central point, and Julius Caesar himself said that he was descendant of both Romulus and Aeneas. Aeneas being the mythological founder of Rome, or like not the founder, the father of the Republic, so to say. Like he's the father of the Roman people, and Romulus being the mythological first king, like the founder of Rome. So by claiming that he's descendant from both of them, he's also claiming that he's descendant from Mars, who's the father of Aeneas. No, Mars, who's the father of Romulus, and Venus, who's the mother of Aeneas. So yes, by saying that they are descended by Romulus, they say that Mars is their ancestor. And by saying that they're descended of Aeneas, Venus is their ancestor. So yes, they usually they don't just go and say, "Oh yeah, this god is my father." Like that's not how it works. Except for Augustus. Augustus just went and said, "Yeah, Julius Caesar is a god and he's my dad." So you know, I'm not saying I'm a god, but I'm saying my dad is a god. So you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And yeah, that's basically the best propaganda that was ever done in the Roman Empire. But yeah, by saying that they're descendant of these key figures, they're also indirectly saying that they are descended from the gods.
You'll get yelled at and start crying again.
Hey, why'd you bring that up? You're right. We shouldn't stoop to this short lifer's level.
Did you hear that?
What
The boss is
short
letting you off the
lifer?
hook. So scram! Yeah, the boss doesn't want to stoop
Romulus
to
is
your
born
level.
from Mars, and I
Now
believe
buzz
Princess
off
Rhea
before he
Silvia.
yells at you and makes you
I don't
cry.
remember her name, but yes, it's supposed to be a
Enough about yelling and
princess who... Wait, what was the story of Romulus' birth? I just remembered the other guy, like the sixth king. I forget his name. Like Aventinus or something? No, it's not Aventinus. Hold on. Let's go look it up. I'm not good at remembering names, but yeah, it's the sixth god, not god, king of the Romans. Where is it? He's the sixth king of the Romans, and he's basically descended from. He's descended from. Oh wait, here he is. Servius Tullius. Yeah, Romulus and Remus, like his twin brother, are raised by they're abandoned on the river because of a prophecy that they'll conquer some lands, and so they're abandoned on the river. Then they're found by wolves who raise them. And but the sixth guy, the one I was talking about, the sixth king of Rome, Servius Tullius.
Why does she wander about alone? Well,
the story about his birth is that
I've
his
delivered the
mother is
medicine.
like a kidnapped princess.
I should report back
Like
to Don Shu.
she's a slave in some rich guy's home. I think it's the king of the Etruscans' home. But yeah, she's like a slave in Etruria. And then as her mother is tending to a fire pit, in the story it's described as a divine phallus pops out of the flames and impregnates her. So according to the story, the sixth king is a descendant of either
How was she? Did you deliver the medicine?
either Vulcanus or Lare. Lare being like a kind of minor
She
god who takes
reminds
care
me
of your home.
myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark, face obstacles I couldn't predict.
But yeah, the birth of
As well as
Romulus
the
is
old
one I
unconscious
don't
prejudices people
100%
had
remember
against
by
me.
heart. But yes,
If I was
the
ever
famous story
injured
that
by
is that he's
bullies or
abandoned
after
in
a
the
fall,
Tiber River,
I'd run
and then
crime to
he's
the
found
healers
by
at the Alchemy
a
Commission
she-wolf with his
and
twin
asked them
brother,
to heal me.
who
I
feeds them
suppose
by
that's why I followed in their footsteps. To pay a little kindness forward.
I don't know how to describe it without
Thank you for looking after
without
the
being
child.
too graphic. But she feeds
Could
them
I
milk,
ask you
wolf
for another
milk,
favor,
and
friend?
yeah, she raises them. And then after a while, some shepherds find them, and then they
want
raise
to
them
meet the little
themselves
girl.
like as
Can you
humans.
lead me to her? I worry about her wandering around on her own.
And then yeah, and then it's just
I
the
want to
famous
know what's
story
been on her
about
mind
going
lately.
and founding the
Her
city,
parents passed
killing
away
his twin
in the
brother
denizens
over
of
the
Abundance
walls,
Wars.
and
The
kidnapping a
relatives who
bunch
took
of
her in
women.
aren't close to her.
Kidnapping a
And
bunch of women from
whenever
their
I treat
neighbors
her,
because they don't have any
she often
women.
confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal.
Yeah. Healer's medicine? She might have wandered far.
She told me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her. Her parents used to be artisans in the commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
Locusta? Okay, wait. I mean, I know who Nero's favorite person is, but I don't think it's that person. I'm not entirely sure if he had a poison maker. I assume he did, but that I can guarantee that that was not his favorite person. Oh wait, where do I have to go? Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah, I can guarantee that that is not his favorite person. His favorite person would have been Sporus, who was his wife? Question mark.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's a fight. I guess I can talk about this. So, Sporus is okay. Wait, I don't know how to describe the situation without potentially getting cancelled. But fuck it. They can try to cancel me if they want. Okay, so Sporus is complicated to talk about nowadays because a lot of people like to call him transsexual, which is not accurate because he, like, that's a term that's very modern, and applying it to ancient times is really dangerous. Like when people say, "Oh, the Greeks were very bisexual and the Romans were okay with being gay," like that's fine to say on a surface level, but it's not accurate to apply modern ideas of sexuality and things like that to and gender identity to
okay
ancient
now, shall
people
you?
who did not have these ideas. So I don't like when people call Sporus transsexual.
Thank you.
However, he was a man
You don't need to be
who
scared anymore.
dressed as a woman,
He is here.
was, according to the story, was not unhappy when Nero ordered him to be castrated, and and according to everything I can read about him, he did not mind at all being treated like a woman,
You should
and
start getting
he
used to this
didn't
feeling,
mind presenting as a woman,
because
and Nero just married
in
him.
the next
Like,
few
he didn't marry him
centuries,
as a
visually
man.
impaired people like us
He
will
dressed him in woman's
continue
clothes,
to
he
require
married
help
him like he
from
was a
everyone we
woman,
meet.
and he called him a woman to everyone.
So,
So
if a
yeah,
little bit of
Sporus
guilt like
was a
this
man,
is enough to break your
but
heart, Then how
But
would you
he
manage
he,
such
he
an
was
arduous
Nero's
path?
wife. He's like the closest you can get to a transsexual man, like in ancient times.
I'm not trying to console her.
And yeah,
This is the
if you know
reality.
how Nero's story
Walking
ends,
alone
you
in
know
the
it's
darkness.
not good. And
Every
Sporus
incoming,
doesn't end much better.
invisible obstacle.
Like from everything
Unable
I
to
could
understand
see,
other people's
Sporus
descriptions.
actually did love Nero.
Everyone, everything.
And I mean,
is
Nero
like
was super
a
popular,
hot coal in the
like,
dark.
which is not what most people think.
Invisible.
Locusta was
It's
the one who
still able to
assassinated
burn
Nero.
you.
Was
As
it?
a long life species,
Doesn't Nero just get
she can
murdered?
expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She
Wait,
must
I think I
learn
know what you're
to
talking
depend
about.
upon
Isn't the
herself
story of
rather
Nero
than
that
just
he runs? No, I think he
foolishly
just...
waiting around for the next
Wait,
hero to
is it
swoop in
Locusta?
and save her.
I don't know if that's the... Wait, am I mixing the story up with another emperor? Isn't Nero the one who runs away with a slave and like tries to hide, but when he knows he isn't like able to hide, he just kills himself, right? I think it is. Britannicus... Britannicus was never in power, so I have no idea what happened to him. I usually only focus on the emperors, but
One hopes that would be the case.
yeah, Nero was...
But that would require someone
He wasn't
to be by
poisoned,
her
was he?
side. Every waking
No, he
second
wasn't.
of every day.
I don't remember him being poisoned. I think he
In the
was... I think it
meantime,
was
she'll have to learn
suicide
to
that killed him.
withstand the darkness.
Either that or he
Just as I
was too
have.
scared to commit suicide, and so he told his slave to kill him
You're right.
instead.
Anju,
But I think that was what happened.
from now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to
Wait,
Exalting Sanctum.
I know who Britannicus was now. Okay, wait, I just remembered. Britannicus was Nero's half-brother, right? Or step-brother, or whatever. I remember now. Britannicus was the one who was initially intended
you
to
again
actually become
for
emperor.
all you've done.
But Nero's
seem we
mother...
incomplete
Yeah, it was the
ones are
step-brother. Okay, yeah, I
often
remember
bullied from
now.
a tender age.
Okay, yeah, I remember that story. But
Endured in
I don't think it was
numerous
Nero
hardships to
who
become
killed...
chief
Oh, wait,
alchemist.
well, it could have been Nero.
Yet,
No, wait, no, it couldn't
there
have been
are
Nero.
still
Nero rose
things
to the throne at
leaving
16.
you feeling helpless.
Yeah, it wasn't Nero. It was his mom.
That's the reason I said what
Which
I said.
might be propaganda. Again, like
You might
Romans
mistake my words
only
for being
had,
hurtful.
like, only thought that women could be
But the
two
truth
things.
is,
Either
no
submissive
amount of
wives or
words can
evil
prepare her
stepmothers.
for what lies ahead.
Which is, I guess I can also talk about it later. But yeah, it was probably his mom killed his stepbrother, who was, yeah, Agrippina. Yeah, she killed his stepbrother, who was the one that, what was the emperor before? It was Claudius, right? Yeah, it was good old Uncle Claudius. He was the one on the throne, and he wanted Britannicus to be the emperor after he died, because he was just a swell guy. But then Britannicus gets killed, poisoned, probably by Agrippina, and then Claudius gets killed, poisoned, probably Agrippina, and so Agrippina's plan was to put Nero on the throne and manipulate things from the background, since, you know, it's her teenage son. He shouldn't be able to govern by himself. However, he got to the throne, and then, you know, his mom started trying to boss him around. So he just said, "You know what, mom? Fuck you." And so he governed by himself. Like he shut her off from a lot of major decisions and slowly pushed her away. Does this Shenzhou have the technology to help with such impairments?
For long life species, these things are permanent.
But yeah,
They are
again, it
beautiful
might be
or
propaganda. It
ugly,
might not have been
tall
Agrippina.
or
It might have been
short,
like a small
wise or
group of
foolish.
people, and maybe it wasn't even
All of
Agrippina's
it
plan to
is
kill
encoded
her
into our
stepson
flesh from the moment we
and
are
husband.
born.
But
Impairments
yeah,
of
that's how the
short-lived
story goes.
species can be corrected
It might
with
be propaganda,
ingenia
but
or
it's propaganda
surgery.
that I'm going to continue to spread.
But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives. No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually
But yeah, it
return
was
to their
Britannicus
original
that was
states.
initially supposed to get to the throne.
I too
And
was
then
once
Nero
an
got to the
unbeliever.
throne, and
I
he
fooled
was
myself
he was
into
pretty okay.
acquiring artificial eye
Like he just
implants.
wanted to be popular, and so he
Soon thereafter,
just did things that would be
my
popular
sightless
with
eyes began
the
to
common people,
regenerate,
and that's why he
and I
was really
left in
popular.
pain and despair.
Until, you know, the
That brief
Christians
window of
started calling him
sight
the
that I
literal
regained
Antichrist, and then
has
people
turned into a
nowadays
perpetual
think he
source
was the
of
literal
anguish,
Antichrist. So yeah,
forever etched into
at
my
least he was
mind.
popular when he was alive.
For long
In
life
fact, he was so
species,
popular that when
this
he got killed, okay,
incompleteness
this actually
is a
goes right
permanent,
back to Sporus.
unavoidable
Like,
tenant.
so when he dies, whether he was poisoned or suicide,
joke.
which I don't remember right now.
Even the denizens
So
of
Nero
abundance,
gets killed, he dies. There's a power vacuum. Like Nero is the last of the Julio-Claudians. There is no more true descendant of Augustus or Julius Caesar anymore. And the next guy who tries to be emperor, his basic speech to be emperor is, look, I am just like Nero, so I'm in charge. And he marries his wife, question mark. He marries Sporus. And then the next guy who kills this guy, which I'm forgetting their names. I think that the second guy is Galba or Otto or something. And then the second guy kills the first guy, and he says, look, I'm just like Nero. The first guy was not just like Nero. I'm gonna marry his wife, question mark, who is Sporus, again. So, these guys who are trying to tell the people, look, we're just like Nero, we're gonna be popular, we're gonna keep doing everything he did, so love us as well. They just marry his Sporus wife, his male wife. Yeah, let's call him that, male wife. They marry his male wife, and they just try to make everyone think that they are just like Nero, because again, Nero is incredibly popular. And yeah, Sporus eventually kills himself because I think it's the third guy to marry him after Nero, because again, it's a whole mess after Nero's death. They try to do a whole thing about like a public spectacle with Sporus, and Sporus just goes, yeah, I'd rather get killed, I'd rather die over being this ashamed, and so he just kills himself at like the age of 20. And yeah, it's a really tragic story, but it's also a very interesting story. Like, he could have very easily have gone the same way as Antinous did with Hadrian? Yeah, it was Hadrian. Antinous and Hadrian. So yeah, Sporus' story could have very easily have gone the same way as Antinous. But unfortunately it didn't. He just died in relative obscurity. And hearing about Christians remind me about Lucius Longinus. Wait, Lucius Longinus? Who's that? I don't actually remember that name. Like it's not totally foreign to me. I think it's someone in around no, it's not Dominate, is it? No, I think there's someone around the Vespasian era, I think. Isn't it? Or maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Who's Lucius Longinus? I don't remember that name. Oh, that guy. Okay. Okay, so I was making stuff up. I thought it would have been like an advisor or something.
The person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time? I think they just make things.
Oh yeah, that's true. The lance that pierces Jesus is then said to have become holy. But I don't actually know about the story of that specific soldier. I mean, I assume it's all going to be made up. Because not even about Jesus are there very accurate records. But, I mean, there are records, they're just not very accurate. But, yeah, I wonder what that guy's story is. And if he actually existed. Or if he was just a nameless soldier.
I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you.
Constantine 11. Oh, but that's in the east, right?
To create this.
Constantine 11 is
concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan.
He's the guy who gets.
I call it the Broomdew concentrate pellet.
Wait, isn't 11 the guy who's like in Constantinople? Then people siege Constantinople, so he runs across the strait. So the people, so like the guys who are conquering him, go into Constantinople, and so he just goes, you know what? Fuck you. Then he turns around and sieges Constantinople back. Isn't that guy? Isn't that Constantine 11?
Perhaps the next time we meet.
I think it is, isn't he?
Able to see you, in the true sense of the word.
Yeah, I think it is Constantine 11. I feel like it is, isn't? Yeah, I think it is. I might be misremembering, but that's a really fun story. Take it now.
Tastes a bit strange, but no, wait a minute. Ugh, my head. What's happening?
Yeah, Byzantine Empire.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, that's the name that modern people call the East Roman Empire. But yeah, Byzantines.
Seems to be calming down a bit, but still uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was involved with Constantinople. I think it is. I don't think I'm misremembering. I think it is Constantine the 11th who's during like a civil war. Like, Constantinople gets sieged by way too many people, and so he knows that he has no chance of holding out. So he runs across the strait, so he flees. And then the people, like his enemies, go into the city, and he like gets another army. I don't remember exactly how. So he turns around and goes back and sieges the city that he just ran away from. And I don't remember the end of the story, but I remember that happens. That might not have been with Constantine the 11. It might have been with someone else. But I'm pretty sure it was Constantine the 11. Either Constantine the 11 or another Constantine.
There goes my head again.
Was it Constantine the 11?
Sure this Broomdew is safe
Wait,
for
was Constantine the 11 the last emperor? I don't think it was. Like the last Basileus. I don't think it was it?
Why are there so many
Hold on.
Mars struck here?
Okay, let me just...
No, I can't let them get near me.
Let me look it up. Constantine 11th Palaiologos. Okay. Okay, let's... Okay, yeah, we have to save people? Okay, that can wait. Knowledge is more important. No, wait, he was the last emperor. Okay.
We were supposed to attack yesterday.
Huh. Okay, so it wasn't Constantine the 11 that played in the story that I was talking about. Oh no, Constantine the 11 is the guy who runs out of the city walls because he knows like the city is gonna be taken. And so he says something along the lines of, I'd rather be dead than not be the Roman Emperor. So he charges at the enemies. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, the guy I was talking about, who fled Constantinople and then came back to siege it again, that was another guy. Maybe another Constantine? But I'm not sure.
1,000 wonders.
Okay.
-1.
Okay, now we can save whoever we need to save. But yeah, okay, so he was the literal last emperor, Constantine 11th Palaiologos.
Strike with heart.
Follow my charge.
Here, this thunder.
Show no mercy.
Naughty child.
Okay, there goes the resurrection mechanics. I don't think we need to kill those guys. The Thunder Lord should kill them himself. Yeah. Okay. Let's heal our DPSs. Let's make sure they don't get killed.
Better late than never.
Okay. Don't. Okay.
There's no time to lose.
If that targeted thingy and she'd be dead. Okay.
Conflict is pitiless.
Bladed flight.
Okay, I thought that would have been enough to to get
Better late than never.
Yanqing's ability. I guess not. Okay.
Strike with heart.
Okay, now it is.
Swords descend.
Follow my charge.
Time for a shot. Let's be friends.
Yeah, let's use
Just
Natasha's
a little
ability.
something. Think nothing of it.
Might as well heal,
Thousand thanks.
Welcome,
even though
customers.
the fight is about to end. Okay.
I'm okay.
Oof.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Good thing we healed then.
Bladed flight.
Okay, there it is.
What happened to you? Careful! Don't hurt him.
Okay, yeah, I figured we were being mind controlled.
Wake up. Are you okay?
Thank the stars! You're finally awake. I thought we might lose you. I was so worried.
What
You
happened to
came
me?
into the seat of divine foresight and started brandishing your weapon.
I'm sorry I
It
didn't
looked
mean
like you'd lost control. As if you'd been stricken with Mara.
Queen Zenobia?
There has to be something awry. Tell me what
Fuck,
happened to you
that
before
name is
arriving at
super
the seat of
familiar.
divine foresight.
I remember reading about her. Isn't she the queen of Palmyra? I think she
From
is,
what you're
right?
saying, it seems like the gift she gave to you must be related to the disciple's prescription we examined earlier.
Hold
The
on,
healer
I'm
who
pretty sure
examined
it
you
is.
just now said your body doesn't seem to have been
Let's look it
affected.
up. Let's make sure I don't spread unintentional
strange. Could Don Shu be playing a trick
unintentional disinformation.
on you? Or is her medicine somehow not working as planned?
Yeah, the Queen of
My
Palmyra.
advice
Wait,
is to come back
Palmyrene
later for
Empire.
another
Oh,
exam.
so she was the one who
It's the
betrayed
disciples of Sanctus
betrayed
Medicus
Rome, was
prescription,
it?
After all, who knows what healing?
Oh,
effects
okay, it
they
is.
have. A wanted notice for
Wait,
Don
so
Shu
she's the
immediately.
last she's the
you
last
find any
ruler
trace of her,
of
get in touch with
Palmyra
me.
then, isn't she?
Take this deting with you. It might just help you find this.
Ta-da. Okay, I'll have to read about her again later. But yeah, I think it's during it was Palmyra was like a client state of Rome in the east. It was never like fully part of the empire, but at the same time it was never like truly independent. It was like a client state. Yeah, so it's the 3rd century crisis. Yeah. So I was remembering correctly. I was just not sure which crisis specifically it was. But yeah, so Palmyra was like it was like a border castle between the Persians and the Romans. Oh wait, it's right there. It was like a border castle. It was meant to
Don
protect,
Shu isn't
like
here.
it was in a super strategic
Where could she
position,
be?
and
I've
and
got
because of like
Don Shu's
backstory and
medicine
lore,
box has her scent on it.
it was never
That
fully
Jin's wanted me
annexed
to
into
track her.
Rome and instead left as a client state. Mostly because of how like accepting the people and the ruler were of Rome, and how loyal they were. There's even a bunch of stories about
Time to come out, little DT. I need
how Roman emperors took refuge in Palmyra after major defeats and everything. But yeah, so Palmyra was like a border fort it was never truly part of the empire, but it was never truly independent.
Show no mercy.
And like for the most part, it was it was super loyal to Rome, except during the Palmyrene Empire, when the Queen Zenobia saw weakness, saw an opportunity, and just tried to conquer Rome. Which again, there might be a lot of propaganda around it because of how, again, Romans only have two ideas of women. They're either obedient wives or evil stepmoms. And yeah, there might be a lot of propaganda around Queen Zenobia, like bad propaganda. But yeah, she saw an opportunity and she took it. Then I think Emperor Aurelian was part of it. With part of the Palmyrene Empire. Isn't it Aurelian who conquers the Palmyrene Empire? I think it is, isn't it?
Strike with heart.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Yeah, 3rd century crisis. Yes.
Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
Wait, where do we have to go? Here? Oh, it is through here. Wait, so does that mean that there's treasure on here? Treasure? Treasure! No, there doesn't look to be any treasure. Oh, but I haven't explored this area yet, so there has to be something around here. Broken bridge. Wait, is there really nothing here? What? Really? But I haven't been here before, have I? Really? Nothing at all? What? So I have been here. Yeah, that's where I fought the no, wait, that's where I fought the deer, wasn't it? Yesterday? So I have been here? Why wasn't it not on the map? Maybe I didn't come this way? Okay. Okay, that's kind of confusing. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just follow Titing. But yeah, the 3rd century crisis, there's just a whole bunch of quote-unquote empires that's brought out of it. Wait. Should be just this, right? Okay, easy. But yeah, there's the Gallic Empire, there's Hispania also breaks off, I think. No, wait, Hispania stays loyal. Gaul breaks off, Britannia breaks off, and becomes like a pirate state or whatever. Then it's the Palmyrene, which takes over the east in Syria and Egypt.
Master, stand back. Let me handle
Africa also breaks off.
Stand down.
Like North Africa.
Many of our brethren were fallen by his hands.
What are the name of the islands? Like Sicily, Sardinia, and Corsica. Also,
I said he's my friend.
they don't really break off. They just get like taken over by a bunch of pirates.
Yes, master.
Yeah, it's Syria all the way down to Egypt, so including Palestine and all that.
To come looking for me.
So Syria, Palestina, and Egyptus. Wait, so she's the head?
What a crude way of putting it. I
What?
am master
Really?
of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, scion of merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Cienjo Alliance.
I was hoping for
onto the
someone a
path
little
of
more
abundance. Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate?
climactic, I
pellet
think.
gave you?
It's really...
I admire admire your vigilance.
It's really, I don't know,
What a
really
shame.
weird.
So many elixir seekers arrive on the Xianzhou in the hope of obtaining the formula to immortality. But none have succeeded.
I mean, we did take the medicine,
Their
but we're definitely not going
aspirations
to tell
are
her.
well-founded. The Xianzhou does indeed harbor the secret to becoming immortal. I admire you. So, I thought I'd give you the chance to obtain it. The Broomdew concentrate pellet will turn you into a long-life species. You will feel the limitless freedom of the form bestowed upon you by merciful Medicus. By not taking it, you are foregoing its benefits. Such a pity. Though, as your friend, I respect your choice.
Marcus
Friend,
Vespasianus
please.
Agrippa. Huh?
I urge
He's
you
not
to leave
part
the
of
law
the Caligula Nero
Abandon
family
the
tree, is he?
struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to
No,
be.
Vespasianus is...
What did the meetings at the seat of divine foresight tell you about this conflict?
Okay, I hope no one heard that.
The Rainbow
that
Arbiter
loud
is
bike
the
going through.
emissary of the righteous.
Uh,
That the
yeah,
Arbiter
Vespasian
chasing the
is
heathen
not part
plagues
of...
author across the stars.
It's not part
While
of the
the disciples of
Julio-Claudian
Sanctus
dynasty.
Medicus abet their heresy. Do you really think that is the case?
No, Caligula's grandfather.
You don't understand.
Oh, it's not
merciful
Vespasian,
Medicus,
right.
Nor the devilish archer author, but you understand
Marcus
me.
Vespasianus Agrippa? Oh, wait.
see me as such?
Is that the famous
A
Agrippa?
heretic?
Like,
I
I keep
do
forgetting
not ask
his
for you to
middle
take
name,
side.
but I think it is, right? Marcus
I
Agrippa?
just wish for you to leave the law.
That's
free.
the famous
To
Agrippa.
leave this all
Like the
behind.
Augustus's right-hand man,
This
right?
isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Fuck it. We're fighting. we're not letting any state enemies run away.
Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting. Farewell.
The one who saved the Roman Empire from the Ptolemaic dynasty. Oh, you mean how he... that's a weird way to phrase it, but you mean how he was the one who conquered Egypt, right? Like him and Augustus. Okay, I know what you mean. That's a weird way to phrase it, but but yes, I totally get it.
Strike with heart.
And yeah, Agrippa was also
Swords descend.
for a while he was actually in charge of the empire, like during one of the times that Augustus was super sick. Like he was sick all the time, so yeah, Agrippa was in charge a lot of the time.
Let's be friends.
Yeah, exactly. He's also the guy, if you know the... No, it's not called Parthenon. It's Parthenon is in Greece. I keep switching up the names. It's the Pantheon in Rome.
We were supposed to.
Yeah,
attack yesterday.
he's like Augustus's best friend. That's like a way to think about it. But yeah, there's also the Pantheon in Rome. Like it's not the original one. The original one got destroyed. But like the one that got rebuilt after it is supposed to be an exact replica, and it also still has the inscription like right on the frieze saying like Marcus Agrippa was the one who built this. So yeah, he basically whenever Augustus needed something done, like whenever he needed someone conquered or an enemy defeated, he'd just tell Agrippa to go do it. And like Agrippa the mad lad just went and did it and did everything Augustus told him to and never even
The
failed.
sword is like water. It cannot remain
1,000
still.
wonders to raise your spirit. Fight as one.
Yeah, he is the one who defeats Mark Antony and Cleopatra during the Battle of Actium.
Time. Show no mercy.
Yep. Okay, I forgot to put my phone on silence.
I've been waiting a
Let's heal. No, I don't think we need to heal. Let's gather some more skill points. But yeah, he won the battle vacuum, and then when it's the conquest of Egypt, like he marches in through Cyrenaica. So basically from the east, he marches into Egypt from the east, while Augustus marches into Egypt. No, rather he marches into Egypt from the west. Agrippa. He comes from Cyrenaica. I'm getting my directions confused. But yes, he marches into Egypt, like from the direction of Libya. Okay, that's easier to say. While Augustus marches into Egypt from the coming down from Syria. And like they both had massive armies with them to make sure that I think that this is Agrippa's plan. That's what I remember hearing. And yeah, so the plan is basically neither army can ever be defeated because they also have a navy with them. And even if they do get defeated, somehow by a miracle on both land and sea, it still doesn't matter because the second army has not been defeated.
That's better.
So, this plan of splitting up the army in two and having a navy with it at all times to neutralize the famous Egyptian navy and how powerful it is, it's like Agrippa's plan, and like it's like Mark Antony just knows that there's no way he can ever win. And so the famous story about him, about Mark Antony at his last fight, is that he is super disappointed that he doesn't die in battle. So I need to go over there. Okay. But yeah, the conquest of Egypt is basically like a pincer move planned by Agrippa. Yeah, exactly. Like some people think Julius could be considered the first emperor, but he wasn't the first emperor. He was just a very power-hungry dictator, which is not the same thing.
How did it go? Did you manage?
Like using the term emperor makes things a little more confusing. If you use the actual title that they use,
I see.
Because emperor just means general. That's basically what it means. It means a little more than that. It's more complex than just general, but it's basically just general. The actual title that Augustus used was princeps, which evolved into prince, which doesn't sound all that fancy, but the original meaning of princeps is the first citizen, which is what he was. He never said he was like a king, because Romans hated kings with a passion. So he just said, no, I'm not a king, I'm just the first and most important citizen. So that's basically how the emperors worked. No, so that's the end of the storyline. Yeah, I didn't expect it to finish so abruptly. What? So I don't even get to meet up with Dan Hang. Damn, that's kind of disappointing. Hopefully next patch. Yeah, hopefully next patch we get the continuation of the quest. Isn't it like next week? The next patch is coming out, I think. I think it is. Oh well, I guess we can see some other quests to follow. But yeah, using the original titles that they used to describe themselves is easier because it makes things like simpler to describe. So when you think of princeps, you immediately exclude Julius. You just include Augustus, which makes things way easier.
I can't see
Because-
anyone slacking off. Maybe Gossip Monger isn't around?
Because a lot of people were emperors and held Imperium, but they never claimed to, like, govern Rome.
The rumors are already circulating. Let's gather some intel first.
Why are you still here? Didn't
Yeah,
Martha
exactly.
call you to prepare for the emergency operation?
In fact,
No? I
the
just sneaked out for a
propaganda I
little
was talking
while.
about
What are the
Julius
odds?
Caesar being a
I
god,
got a group message
it's all
2 minutes
Augustus.
ago saying
Like,
that something's
if there
happened with
was
special
one
purpose
thing
group.
that
Somebody's
Augustus
trapped.
knew, like, was
The
the
security
best in the
department's
world
blocked
at
off the
doing,
area around
is
the entrance.
propaganda.
The special
Like,
purpose lab.
he was just
Then
a
wouldn't
master
Pamela,
at it.
I mean, Gossip Monger, be...
Most likely. No wonder she's not here right now.
So he's the one who calls his own dad a god, while at the same time distancing himself from that claim. He's the one who calls himself the first citizen when he's basically a king. He just has a way of spinning things. In fact, his own title, Augustus, is basically a work of propaganda.
I'm afraid this is a live situation. It's too dangerous. Wait.
And
Arlen
wait,
told me
there
about
was
you.
this other thing
If you
Augustus did.
insist on
What was
going,
it?
then I wish you the best of luck. Be safe.
Fuck, I can't remember. But it was oh, okay. There's some fights. Yeah, this team is probably good. What was it? Fuck, I can't remember. But it was something he did.
Your brother Arlen's...
Oh, no, yeah, I remember now. So he basically made every single title that Julius Caesar, like, collected on himself.
Let me check. I
Like being the
remember her name
Pontifex
was on the
Maximus
rescue
and
list.
all of those titles.
Did
He
Arlen
made them
ask
all
you to investigate?
hereditary. So
Great. I've made some new...
he
Did you
never
see it?
said that he
Look,
was a king,
seems like the
or that
rumors
he
about
had
the
a divine
station are
right to
true.
rule,
There are Stellaron
or that
traces.
his children should
Good luck
succeed
figuring
him.
that out.
But he
All I know is that
basically did.
monsters have destroyed the power supply installations
And it was
here.
by not saying it, but
The
by
elevator is
basically
out of
saying
commission,
it, that
so the
he
people stuck
was
on
a
the floor
genius
below
at
can't
it.
make it up.
In fact, it's why,
It happened
like,
so suddenly.
even
The support
though,
from the security department is still on the way.
like, it was why,
Low on staff right
yeah,
now.
it was why,
All we can
it's
do is
also,
make sure
like,
the monsters
being
don't
descendant
make it
of
up.
Julius, Caesar, and
There are plenty of
Augustus
backup power sources
is
in the
also a
storage center.
huge part of
Right
why
opposite, if I remember right.
later
As soon as we can restart the power
princes,
supply,
princeps,
we can get this elevator working
they get
and rescue everyone.
they stay in power even when they shouldn't. Like, for example, Tiberius and Claudius. Like, Claudius was a good emperor, Tiberius not so much, but they get in power and they stay in power because they are of that family, because they are descendants of Augustus. Same for Augustus and Nero. Like, why should a 16-year-old, not Augustus and Nero, Caligula and Nero? That's why, even though they're super young when they get into power, that's why they get to do it. Because they don't get into power per se. They don't, like, ascend to a throne. They're just descendants of this guy, and so they inherit his things. And by inheriting his things, they inherit his titles as well.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the same way you can inherit a piece of land or a house or something. They just inherited the fact that they were the first citizens of the Republic. The fact that they were the most important priests, like they were the Pope, basically. And they inherited that title. That's basically how the Principate work. Like, it was such a genius move that even as emperors became more and more like kings, they still never called themselves king. Like, the first emperor to call himself really by a monarch's title is only in the East. It's only with the Byzantine Empire. So that should give you an idea of how much it takes for like Romans to accept a king.
Victory by the blade.
Like, you can basically be a king as long as you don't say you're a king. Wait, how do I get to that other... I can't use the map? But yeah, the first emperor to use the title of king, like legitimately king, is... That does take a lot when it comes to Romans and kings. Yeah, exactly, because like hating kings is so ingrained in Roman culture that they basically have to stop being Romans before they accept a king. It's kind of like the United States nowadays. Like if the president tried to call himself a king, I'm pretty sure there would be a civil war the next day. Meanwhile, if he just acted like a king, there would probably not happen much.
There's no time to lose.
Scipio Africanus. Oh yeah, Scipio is really cool. I definitely recommend learning more about him. But yeah, as I was saying, the first emperor to really call himself king is Heraclius in like 900 or 800 AD, something like that. He just gets rid of all the... Like, he just figures, why are we still pretending that I'm not a king? And so he just tells people to call him Basileus, which is like Greek for... I mean, it's not really king, it's more like monarch or chief. But yeah, it's basically king. And it becomes synonymous with emperor.
Show no mercy.
And yeah, Scipio is really cool. I definitely recommend reading more about him.
Better late than never.
Victory by the blade.
Okay. Here's the thing we wanted to collect. Okay,
well,
here it
did
is.
you find the backup power source?
Oh yeah, I mean, technically, okay, yeah, no, okay. I suppose he did defeat Hannibal in the Battle of Zama.
Thank goodness you're here.
But like,
give me a moment. I'll get
the Scipio's strategy wasn't to defeat Hannibal.
All right, you can use it
His
now.
strategy was, okay, Hannibal is unbeatable, and beating him would take too much effort. So let's, instead of going after Hannibal, let's make Hannibal come after me. So that's what he does. Which in a way was also Hannibal's like strategy, which was, okay, Rome is unbeatable, so instead of beating Rome, let's make Rome come after me. So he just invades
we
Italy.
lost sight of Pamela. There's a terrifying monster over there. We didn't dare.
Like the war was over Spain, and so Hannibal just goes, you know what? Fuck you, and then goes to Italy. Like he almost got caught in the middle of the route. Like I think it was some army that was stationed in southern France saw him go through.
Life is as ephemeral as two.
But yeah.
And full of worldly strife.
Then there's the story of the famous story about him crossing the Alps, and then he just fucks shit up in Italy. Like there's this one time, hold on. So there's this one time where Rome, like the consul of Rome. Okay, so there's two consuls, and I'm going to skip over the confusing parts. But basically, the consuls of Rome lead a huge army. I think it was the largest army that Rome had ever had at that point. They take that army, they go and fight Hannibal, they lose, they fucking get decimated, like the whole army is killed. They run back to Rome, like a few survivors. I think one of the consuls died as well, or both of them, I don't remember.
Follow my charge.
But yeah, they get killed, all of them, basically all of them. And then they turn around, they recruit a new army, which is even bigger, and then they go and fight Hannibal again, and they lose again. So they go and recruit another army, which is basically the bottom of the barrel at this point.
That's better.
And like finally they have someone with an actual brain on their heads to lead that army, because then they don't fight Hannibal. What they do is they follow Hannibal around, and whatever city Hannibal takes, after he leaves, they just take the city back. And they keep avoiding to fight Hannibal.
Oh, holy mackerel, you scared the stars out of me. You took your time.
And yeah, meanwhile, Scipio was just conquering Spain, and then after being done with Spain, he just goes to North Africa instead of defending Italy, which was the biggest brain play of all time.
You want to know who Richard Know-It-All from the Heritor Group is, don't you?
Scipio just said, "Oh, you're conquering Rome? Okay, I'm conquering Carthage. Come and stop me if you want." And then the Senate of Carthage just was so scared of actually being conquered by Scipio that it just tell Hannibal, "Okay, your little adventure in Italy is over. You need to protect us now. You're not getting more reinforcements. You're not getting more food. You're not getting more gold. You're coming to help us now." And so Hannibal had to leave Italy. He never sieged Rome. He never took Rome, even though many people think he could have. So he's forced to go back to Carthage to protect the city. He fights Scipio, loses, and then he has to surrender. And yes, this is the second Punic War. The first one isn't Hannibal fighting, it's his dad. And then they lose as well. Hannibal's dad gets so mad he makes his sons, the two of them, swear an oath to destroy Rome. And they do, and they try to destroy Rome, but then they eventually lose. Oh, hello, Taro. And yeah, that's basically the story of the Second Punic War. Basically, Hannibal fucks Italy up, and Scipio fucks Africa up, and Rome just tells Scipio, "You keep doing whatever you're planning. We're gonna keep churning men into the meat grinder until you win." Meanwhile, Carthage doesn't have the military culture or the determination to do the same thing, or the population or something. Either way, Carthage is the one who calls Hannibal back, and not Italy calling Scipio back. Yeah, exactly. And wait, there's this story of Scipio meeting Hannibal at the dinner party, but I don't remember the exact details.
I do indulge in a little tittle-tattling here and there, not to mention.
Okay, so I don't remember the exact detail, but
scientist.
What was it?
Now here you are.
Fuck, I've forgotten like most of the story by now. But basically someone invites like both Scipio and Hannibal to a dinner party.
As it happens, I'm a
wait, is it some Greek kingdom? I think it is. I think it's some Greek guy invites both of them. Like Hannibal is working for them and he invites Scipio. Anyway, they're at the dinner party and Scipio and Hannibal are like at the same table eating together. And so someone says to Hannibal like, "Oh, you're the greatest emperor. You're the greatest general that ever lived." No, it's Hannibal. Hannibal says it about himself. Like, "If I had defeated Scipio, I would have been greater than even Alexander the Great." No, yeah, that's how it is. Okay, okay. I'm telling the story like a fucking madman, like a fucking madman with like way too many drugs on his system. But yeah, that's how it is. Like they're in a dinner party, and then Hannibal says that if he had managed to defeat Scipio, that he would have been the greatest general that ever lived. So like he doesn't say anything good about Scipio, but he basically does. All right, although that'll probably be my funeral.
I appreciate young, brave, talented people like yourself. A superbly beautiful, dazzling, electrifying.
But yeah, in Hannibal's eyes, like Scipio was the only person in the whole world that could have managed to defeat
Send
him.
the picture over when you have it. I'm always fair when it comes to haggling.
Which is either Hannibal being really full of himself or him really flattering Scipio. Wait, I need to take a picture of Himeko. Oh wait, she's down here. Okay, I thought she was in the
Did you find
the Star Rail.
Monger? What did she say?
She wants your picture in exchange for information. Sure.
I knew she was weird.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the story I was talking about. Like he basically compares himself to Alexander the Great, saying that if he had managed to defeat Scipio, that he would have been even greater than he was. And like, you gotta take into account that this was at a time where Alexander's, I was gonna say heirs, but I guess they're more like replacements. This is a time where Alexander's like generals were still, like their descendants were still conquering like the remains of his empire. So like Alexander's impact on the world was still very heavily felt. Like they were still fighting amongst each other. And yeah. Like he was still Alexander Magnus to the Romans. It's only a couple centuries later where they start calling their own generals like even greater than Alexander. I think the first one is Pompey the Great.
There are many types of friend. She's the type you can only stay friends with if you never meet her. It's okay. It's just a picture. I don't mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's the picture, I guess.
You're pretty good.
Huh? What are you taking pictures of? Why do you sound so nervous all of a sudden? Suspicious.
Hey, we're not suspicious.
I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't you say you were really busy?
I am. The Legion has only just retreated. The station is in absolute shambles. Now any progress in rebuilding things has been ruined by the reappearance of the Fragmentum.
Yeah. Well, too bad for the Carthaginians, but
cause for celebration. What did her?
But I don't think it's too bad that he got defeated.
You know what she's like. It's like nothing's happened. She's just sitting back and
In
giving
fact,
orders.
I'm pretty glad.
If there's time later,
I'm pretty
I
glad
wanna talk to
Hannibal
you
got
both
defeated.
in more detail about this. You're the Fragmentum experts, after all.
Anytime.
Was he? Pyrrhus was one of the 3 greatest
Someone stole my
generals. You mean
family
like of all
encryption key.
time?
You know, the one I used to withdraw my allowance? I need to get
Oh,
to
so
the bottom of
when...
it.
Oh, when Hannibal is counting the story. Okay. I think you mean like that, yeah?
That might
Because
be
I
the
guess...
whistleblower's so-called
I wouldn't call Pyrrhus
Looks like
like
you don't have much
the
time to
3rd
lose.
greatest general. I definitely have other people I'd place above. But I guess it makes some sense at a time. I mean, after all, Pyrrhus did win a war against Rome, technically. Like, he never lost a battle against Rome. He just won them at such a great cost that he could not keep winning, because otherwise his own kingdom would collapse. But yeah, I guess at the time he could have been considered a really great general. Yeah, Pyrrhus, was it between the 2nd and the 3rd Punic Wars? I think he was, right? Or wait, was it during the 2nd Punic War? Wait. Pyrrhus... Yeah, it's either between the 2nd and 3rd Punic Wars, or between the 1st and 2nd. Wait, what do I need to take a picture of?
Doesn't fit gossip monger's descriptions. She said, a young man with black-rimmed glasses and a slanted fringe. Doesn't fit gossip monger's descriptions. She said, doesn't fit gossip monger's descriptions.
Wait, what do I need to take a picture
of? A
of?
young man with black-rimmed glasses and a slanted fringe.
But yeah, Pyrrhus...
You are?
It was during the Roman-Macedonian War, which was either between the 1st and 2nd Punic War, or during the 2nd, or between the 2nd and 3rd. I don't remember exactly.
Well done.
But
You found me.
But yeah.
So, you're here about the lead researcher's
no, it was during... No, yeah, it was during the 2nd Punic War. Hannibal convinced the Greek king to come help him. And that Greek king was Pyrrhus. And he did come and help him. He won a bunch of wars against Rome. A bunch of battles, sorry. He won a bunch of battles against Rome. Except during every single battle he won, he always lost so many men that was basically the same as losing that battle.
You want the scoop? Fine.
Which is where the term Pyrrhic victory comes from.
And let it be known
it's a victory that is so costly that it's basically a defeat.
This is the receipt. See the title on this purchase order? That's what I call substantive evidence.
So yeah, he might have been
a
really good general, but his name is now forever associated with the worst kind of victory he could possibly have. So yeah,
department's head honcho, Arlen.
I mean, at least his name is synonymous with victory, even if it is a bad victory. I guess it's still better than most generals.
She's buying equipment for the space station under her own name. I've got her now. Jeez, do I really have to break it down for you? The space station has its own financial procedures. As long as the purchase is for the space station, no matter how big or small, it has to go through the organizational account using the station's allocated funds. The payer here is her private account. She's totally embezzling station funds for herself. I'm so disappointed, so hurt. She looks like a sweet enough girl, but not only did she fail to repay Madame Herta for promoting her, she even stooped to this. I was so angry, I was shaking. I broke out in a cold sweat. That amount of money? Herself? Who do you think she is? Fleming's daughter? Anyway, now you know everything, so leave me alone. I still need to write a report about this for Madame Herta.
Seems like it's all just a scare.
Huh. Okay, so she isn't embezzling any
games of
funds.
chess will while away the time.
Okay, so they just figured out who we are.
You can't waste money like this. This isn't wasting money. The IPC's budget is so stringent and the process takes so long.
Oh, thank you so much.
By the time my application would have gone through, too much time would have been wasted.
I sometimes post about like
you know
fun
how much
facts
hardware
about
was destroyed
Rome
in the
and
Legion
like
attack?
mythology and all
And how many cables are
that.
currently
So
out of
I
order on the
hope
station?
you'll be interested in those as well.
How is it my fault when I'm spending my own money to solve everyone else's problems? Give my encryption key back.
I won't.
You. Who gave you the right to tell me what to do with my money?
You did.
Well, I might have done that, but this doesn't count as wasting money.
How is it not wasting money? We lost that finding device you bought during the Legion's invasion.
The what device now?
All you had to do was check the inventory, and we could have replaced it. Why did you make a new order? And that Star Knot fleet from the last time?
Star Knot? What?
I did make an order, but it didn't go through. I was just trying to improve security measures to make sure attacks like this don't happen again. If the money wasn't spent, then it doesn't count. Anyway, are you here for something? Please, tell me why you're here.
Okay, so now we're gonna snitch on that other guy.
So, you think Richard was the one who stole my encryption key. So, he was the one who started the rumors. Huh. That fits.
It feels like she's not surprised.
I'll deal with that immediately.
Yeah, go. Wait! Leave the encryption key here.
That's a separate issue. We'll talk about the encryption key later.
How can you...
No, so she's on the express now. That's fun. Wait, so that was the end of the quest. It did not feel like the end of the quest. Okay. Should we go on to this quest now then? Wait, are these different quests, or are they all part of the same quest? Sure, let's do this quest. Isn't this the one where we go on a picnic with Clara? Or at least that's what she invited us to do. So sure, let's go this one. Wait. Oh, okay, so these are the messages for the last quest. Have I ever heard or played about the Fate Grand Order? Oh, that's the gacha for Fate, right? I think I played it like once for half an hour. But I kind of know about Fate. I know a little bit about Fate. I've always wanted to watch the anime, but then I look at how complex the storyline is, and I give up. I don't have 15 years of my life to dedicate to learning the Fate to learning the Fate storyline. Like maybe one day I'll get into Fate and play all the visual novels and watch all the anime and do all that.
Oh, it's you.
But that day is not going to come soon.
There have been a few unusual thefts in the dwelling over the past few days. The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished.
But yeah, I think Fate Grand Order is
our
one of the biggest gachas, isn't it? Isn't it like the biggest? No, wait, the biggest in Japan is that horse girl one. But I think it is one of the biggest gacha. Fate Extra Lasting. Yeah, see what I mean? There's like 50 different like Fate titles. There's like Fate Stay Night, Fate Phantasmagoria, Fate fucking wooden door, Fate plastic chair. There's like 100 different ones.
I'm baffled.
Fate Extra Lasting Core is the #1 I would recommend because it has Nero Claudius. Oh really? Oh right. Isn't Nero like a blonde girl in Fate? Isn't that it? Why don't we go back to the crime scene and start from there?
Are you also here to look into this case?
Yeah, isn't Nero a blonde girl? I think it is, right?
I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but I haven't had time to look into it. Should we go ask them?
Genius detective girl, move out.
That sounds kind of weird. But actually, I think it's cool too. Now, let's get started.
And then there's Saber. Those are like the classes, right? There's like Berserker, Saber, Archer. There's a bunch of them, right? Yeah, because isn't it like what's her name? Like King Arthur, Artoria or something like that. She is also a Saber, right? And she's also a blonde girl with blue eyes. Actually, I think Nero has red eyes. I think. I don't remember.
Sir, how are you?
But yeah, King Arthur is also a blonde girl. Yeah, Artoria. Okay.
Who's there? Oh, Clara, it's you. I thought it was... You scared the living daylights out of me. I did see the thief last night, but who is this person next to you?
Isn't it... Wait. Fate Stay Night? That's like the anime, right? Or at least the one with Saber and the archer guy, Kukulheim, I think. Artoria was in a girl form for identity purposes. What? Wait, so you mean to tell me that they just choose to be girls? So you're telling me that King Arthur just chooses to be a waifu? Oh, Kukulheim is Lancer. Wait, who's the archer then? Oh, no, wait, Archer is Gilgamesh, right? Isn't... I think it is. I'm just a passionate trailblazer.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's Gilgamesh who's
the
Archer,
outsider
right?
who's made a
Even
name
though
for
he
himself
doesn't
around
like
town,
use a bow, he
right?
just summons things.
Oh, wow. I feel way
Emiya
better
and
knowing
Gilgamesh,
a
okay,
big shot
yeah.
like you is here to catch the thief.
And I think it's Hercules who's
Hold
a,
I'll
who's a
explain what
berserker,
happened
right?
last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first.
Yeah, I think it is. It's Hercules who's the berserker.
Okay, so last night I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. Then
Oh, they actually call him Heracles. Okay, so they actually used the original Greek name. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, we're only getting started. Oh, there's also casters. Oh, I guess that makes sense.
So terrifying.
But wait, isn't
How
Tiamat?
continue?
Wait, no, yeah, isn't Tiamat
cold
also
and
in
hungry while on
Fate?
patrol
Isn't she
last
like
night, so I
a
decided to
fucking
return to the
goddess
dwelling
or
and
something?
some leftover canned food for a snack. But when I entered the tent, the thief's silhouette scurried across my vision. I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so
Hassan?
dark.
Wait,
but
who's
I
Hassan
could
is
tell
supposed?
he
Who's
wasn't
Hassan
a
supposed
nice
to be?
guy. Because when he turned to flee, he swung
Wait,
a
you mean
knife
like no? Wait,
right across
his name
my
isn't
face.
Hassan,
In
like the
that
founder of
moment,
the
I
Assassin
really
Order.
thought I was going to die. I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks and smell
Yeah,
its
who's
rusty
Hassan? I don't
scent.
remember that guy.
The weapon
I
that
don't.
fella
I don't
had was
immediately
definitely a
recognize the
metal
name.
one. That's the only thing I'm certain of. Also, I saw the outline of him in the dark. The fella's head was absolutely square. Yes, you heard me. Square.
Hassan of the Cursed Arm.
That?
Okay, now I'm
Someone with a
even more
square head?
confused.
It was truly terrifying.
Who are the Cursed Arm? I have no idea now. A square head.
It
Okay, I'm
sounds
guessing it
bizarre,
could be
but
a robot.
It could be a clue. I'll jot it down. Sir, please take a deep breath. So, the thief was armed with a metal weapon.
He represented the
and had a
as assassin in Stay Night.
square.
Yeah, that's what I
head,
was thinking. Like,
correct?
but I don't think his name is Hassan. Like the founder of the Hashashin order. It's not Hashashin.
Make
It's
sense of these
wait.
clues.
How is it pronounced?
Do you have any
Okay, I don't
thoughts?
remember the original pronunciation, but it's the Assassin Order in the Middle East, like where the name Assassin comes from. Is it the founder? It might be. Is there anything else you
I'm
noticed?
sorry. I was too scared. When a shadow leaps out at you, who could possibly pay
Okay,
attention
yeah,
to
from the
such
Middle
tiny
East. I'm gonna guess that
details?
he is the founder of the
that's
Assassin Order.
We
It might
now
be.
know one of the culprit's physical traits, and that he is
Honestly, the only
extremely
thing
violent.
I really remember about the Assassin Order is that the name
Yes,
comes from
I remember something.
the
While
drug
culprit was
hashish.
hurrying to escape, he knocked something over.
So the stories that I mean, I'm not sure if it is a story, if it's just reality that they just smoked hashish before going out on kills.
Together.
Hassan
I
is
think he
Saba.
ran
Okay,
that
so
way.
it is
No
the
one
founder,
has
right?
touched the crime scene, so any traces he left behind should still be there.
Yeah, I think it is.
Catch the
That
thief
name is
for
somewhat
us.
familiar. I'm gonna guess it is the founder.
Take a look at these marks. These are very suspicious.
Okay, yeah, founder of the Assassins. Okay,
Could they
so
have been
I
left
was
by the
right.
culprit? They point in that direction.
Yeah, so he is like the Assassins were like a sect, I guess you could call it, of Shia Muslim, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They basically got a castle in the middle of the mountains, and they just murdered everyone who was an enemy of their faith. And they famously smoked hashish before going out on jobs to kill people, and like for religious rituals and all that. And so they became known as the smokers of hashish. So
And look at
hashishin
these.
or
How
assassin.
unusual. they don't appear to have been left by a human.
He better be a heavy smoker in Fate. just to keep the lore consistent.
The tracks stop here. I guess we'll have to look around for other clues. This is where the mechanical waste is disposed of, though. Could it be...
Yeah, careful, we don't want to alert the culprit.
I'll follow you. Let's split up. Wait, what's that noise?
I command.
Okay, so I guess this is the square-headed
Welcome, customers. How many can you block? Blade and flight.
There's no time to lose. Here, this thunder.
Oh, okay, so we did kill him. we didn't need to use the burst.
Battles are chess games. No two are.
Through here. Okay.
It's a tiny robot? Is it searching for something? But I don't remember Mr. Svarog issuing an order like this recently. It looks like it's carrying the vagrant's missing parts.
Huh.
And those tracks and metal scratches we noticed earlier.
The thief doesn't appear to be a human.
It appears we're thinking the same thing.
So, yeah, it was a robot, which was incredibly obvious.
Doesn't appear to be a Belobog creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal materials. Huh. It appears to have a small mechanical arm. It's noticed us.
Huh? Is it gonna fight us?
Human.
Oh no, it isn't. Okay.
Hurt. Please don't.
Clara, do you speak robot?
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or attack us. It appears to be trying to say something. Human, please, don't hurt. Is it trying to say, please don't hurt me, humans?
Human. Parts. Rivet. Need. Repair. Need. Town.
Ah, so I guess we need to go to
Parts.
Rivet Town and
Need.
get parts to
Need.
repair this guy.
Need. Hurt. Don't.
It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it. It seems that it needs these parts, and it's begging us not to hurt it. I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened to it?
Yeah, we won't hurt him.
Although the small robot appears to want to
I mean, not that we
communicate,
could physically hurt him.
all scrambled.
I would if I could,
Perhaps there's
but
an issue with its
we
language
can't.
module.
So we have to be
This
nice to
little
him.
guy probably can't understand what we're
And also,
saying
I'm gonna be gone for a couple minutes just to
Open fire.
just to make sure my dogs stop fighting. Hold on.
It's running away. No, we can't let it escape. It still has the vagrant's parts. What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't be too rough on it. I'll figure out a way to repair it later.
Hurt. Pain. No. Hurt. Don't. Pain. Suffer. Sorry. Parts. Sorry.
Okay, now they have a better distraction and fighting with each other. Oh wait, we're actually fighting the little robot.
Yesterday.
Okay.
How many can you block? Strike with heart.
Okay, this is a little bit overkill, but
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer.
Oh, it's like saying sorry for attacking us.
Sorry. Sorry. Pain. Hurt. Sorry. Suffer. Sorry. Sorry. Pain. Sorry. Ouch. Pain. Sorry. Why? Sorry. Pain. Suffer. Sorry.
No.
It seems to have stopped working.
Wait, we can repair him, right? We have the technology.
Yes, but why? I feel bad about this.
We have the
should return this
we have the
little fella and
technology.
the parts. I think I can. I'll repair it.
Yes.
And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
Oh, we just get teleported here. Okay, that's convenient.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves. This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain, this little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before. It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not. Is it a failed robot pet creation that has been abandoned?
No, who
But
could abandon him? He
if
can even
it's a
talk.
pet, then why would it gather parts itself? I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades.
Pet upgrades.
Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into battle.
Is this...
If my memory serves
This
me
is a
right,
fucking
the
Pokemon
parts this
analogy.
little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade.
This is a fucking Pokemon analogy. Battle each other? That's awful.
Vagrants, or to be more accurate, the majority of the people in the underworld regard robots as nothing more than tools. But I disagree. Robots have their own thoughts and feelings.
Okay, so Clary is Zen.
It's great that you
Okay.
understand what I'm saying.
Or I guess C.
I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is odd. The chip is buried deep inside. If you don't look closely enough, you won't even find it.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%.
Sheesh,
The
98.
assessment
So
concludes
it's
that
basically
total
broken.
recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it, right?
Yeah, where can we buy one?
I'm not sure if anyone sells this kind of thing.
Because I don't think Clara would...
There must be some robot shells lying around
Oh,
the
okay.
machine
Machine graveyard, of course. Why didn't
Everyone
I
calls it a
think of
graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there.
that?
I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, big brother?
Sure. I'm an expert
Really?
at scavenging.
You could have what it takes to be a prospector.
Yeah, well, I'm not even going to suggest taking it
I'll
from
entrust
another
this
robot.
task to you, big brother.
I already
Look
know
for Toby
Clara
at the
would
front
not approve of that.
His appearance is crude, but he's the robot most familiar with the machine graveyard. Just follow Toby.
Okay, so you have to follow Toby. I'm gonna guess that's the cute robot who talks to us. So in Fate, Nero, Julius Caesar are Saber, Romulus. Oh wait, Romulus is a berserker. Okay, I guess that makes sense from the story about him killing Remus. Okay. Other Romulus, Romulus Quirinus. Oh, okay. So the deification of Romulus. Okay, is Lancer, Lucius Longinus, our ruler.
Life is as ephemeral as two.
Zenobia is Archer, Constantine the 11th is Rider, Locusta is Assassin, Marcus, well, he was never revealed what his class was. Okay, I see. So there are a bunch of, like, Roman and ancient... Wait, is there a character for... what was his name? It was during the yeah, it was during the first one. During the first Punic War. Wait, was it the first one or was it the second one? No, I'm pretty sure it was the second one. Yeah, it was. Okay, so during the first Punic War, again, Carthage is losing.
Hello, guests of the
And
sky.
they need someone to save them on land, not on sea, because they already lost on sea. So they hire this brilliant Spartan general who, while he's in charge, he wins everything. He beats back the Romans, he defeats every single one of them in battle. Like, he doesn't lose a single battle. Oh, I guess he loses a couple, but like, he only loses minor battles. He wins every single major battle. He leads Carthage to almost kicking out Romans from North Africa.
If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise
Except
10 times.
then the Carthaginian Senate just realizes, okay, this dude is way too competent. He will probably try to take over our jobs and become a king. Which he, like, from everything I could read, he was not interested in that. He was just a mercenary hired from Sparta, and all he cared about was doing his job. And so they got, like, way too worried that he, like, turned against them, so they got rid of him. Like, they just fired him. And yeah, like, if they had kept that Spartan general, they could have probably, in my opinion, have won the first Punic War. I don't remember his name though. I wonder if he is in Fate as well. Scipio would have been classified as Rider. Really? Honestly, I don't know all the categories that are in Fate. But I think I would. Oh fuck! I didn't even notice the robot. But yeah, I think I'd agree. Scipio should be classified as Rider. I mean, most Roman generals could be riders, I guess, because they would usually be with the cavalry. Yeah. Scipio is barely used in Fate. Wait, so Scipio is in Fate? Fate, Nero, Romulus.
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still.
Oh, you didn't include Scipio, so I assumed he wasn't in Fate.
Bladed flight!
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
No,
Time for
I
the
see.
master stroke. Show no mercy.
Honestly, I hope every single one of
Battles are
those
chess games.
are waifus.
No two are alike.
None of them better be male characters. especially Romulus, because it would be really funny.
We have arrived at our first destination. This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Yeah, Nero is the most famous one, because that's the only one I was aware of. Like, I knew Caligula was also a Fate character, like a Fate servant. But like Nero was the only one I was really aware of.
Destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, and hold tight.
Wait, so we aren't salvaging this one, really? I think that guy would look really badass in that one.
Caution. You have exceeded the speed limit. Please obey Bellabog traffic laws. On the road, safety is the top priority.
Really? We exceeded the speed limit in there?
Let's be friends. 1,000 wonders to raise your finest one! How many can you block? Strike with heart!
There's no time to lose.
Here, the thunder!
Time for the master stroke.
I guess I did not need to use
Show no mercy.
this ability. But oh well.
Battles are chess games.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna guess we don't take this one either, right?
This module is called the Beetle, which is the same
Beetle.
as mine.
Huh.
This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
That is such an odd reason to be scrapped. However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded.
Oh, okay, so we did take this one.
Vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and automatons. Your trip has
Julius, Romulus, Quirinus, Caligula, Constantine, and Lucius are guys. Okay, that's disappointing. I was hoping at least Caligula would have been a girl as well.
You're welcome.
Huh, so just Nero, because everyone else is already like a woman, I think. Yeah, they sound like female names. So I guess only Nero got gender swapped. Which, I mean, I guess it's kind of fitting because of Sporus. But still. If Hadrian gets added, then he better be a woman as well. Caligula is just himself since he is a berserker.
You shouldn't repair machines when you have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and mental health.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already.
Nero is the main
How did
star
it go?
servant in Extra
Did
Lasting
Toby help you
Core.
find a shell?
Huh, really? Wait, is that a another gacha game for Fate, or is that one of the visual novels?
This shell. It doesn't appear to be. the
Oh,
same
Lasting
design
Core
as
is one of
this
the
little
animes.
fella's.
Okay.
But it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me. I
Okay,
finished
and she is
extracting that
the
chip from the
main
small
servant.
robot.
Okay.
Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the
So
new
it's like
shell.
the same way that Arturia is the main servant in Stay Night, right?
Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job. But what I just did, is it any different from those pet upgrades that the Vagrants perform?
Not compatible. Incompatible?
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
It's not compatible with the shell that we brought.
Incompatible. 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 Incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Big brother, watch out! It's out of control!
Wait, are we going to fight it again?
Incompatible. Welcome, customers. Incompatible. 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 Incompatible.
There's no time to move. Conflict is pitiless.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Huh, why did we have to fight it again?
Terminate. Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarak and Big Brother acted fast.
You'll be amazed by some servants in fate under gender
little
bodies?
fella-
What? Wait,
there
what
a
do you mean?
compatibility
You mean by the fact that they are gender swapped?
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically. The current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great.
Huh, so we just
But
needed to
I'd like
beat
to
it
keep a
up.
closer eye on it for a while.
Somehow I don't
tests
think
should
that's what you
take a
should
few
do
days.
to robots.
Hopefully, it'll be all back to normal by then. I'm also curious
Some servants
about
are
where
in
this
their
little
gender
fella
swapped
came from.
bodies. Wait,
Could you please come back later, Big Brother? I need to
I don't
look
get
into
it.
something.
Do you mean like...
I may require your assistance.
So you mean like the original person is inside like a gender swapped body, but they are still like... They still remember being a guy? Something like that?
Thank you, Big Brother. I'll text you when this little fella
Wait, Da
is
Vinci... Wait, I just realized you said...
Mr.
You said
Sparrow,
that Da Vinci is a
I'd
girl.
like to give this little fella a name. Any ideas for a good
Okay,
name?
I think I get it now.
Accessing name database. Search results. Abby, Abigail, Ada, Addison.
I should come back to Clara later.
Huh, do we now get the continuation of the quest? No, we don't. Huh. He's using the Mona Lisa's body. Wait, really? That's a little awkward. Isn't the Mona Lisa an actual person that he painted? So he just stole a woman's likeness? Really? Okay. I mean, I guess it fits. It's like his most famous painting.
Games of chess will while away the time.
No, so he hides his name and identity. Okay. Okay, so now we're... Wait. Oh, this is the quest with Hook, right? With the little kids. I think it is. Yeah, we played hide and seek before. Okay. No, I was gonna ask if this was the quest that we agreed to help Hook. Oh, so servants hide who they are. Wait, isn't Heracles like a 3 foot tall, like a 3 meter tall man with like bulging muscles larger than a mountain? How the hell does he hide who he is? Did you have urgent matters for me?
Hey, you! Stop! You are now a conscript of the moles.
Hook's little sidekick.
I'm not a sidekick. I'm second in command. You know what? No, this ain't the time. We got trouble. The boss went to the Great Mine along with her Diggertron.
Yeah, exactly.
And she
How the hell?
refused to let
Okay.
anyone go with her.
Wait, don't
I feel like
they
she's doing
like
something dangerous.
dress really
You have to go
weirdly?
check on her for us.
Oh, so they choose. Oh, so they choose their own bodies. That's it. So they choose to be gender swapped. Huh. Diggertron?
Diggertron is Diggertron.
I thought the explanation was that they just were girls. I thought the explanation was just they're just women now. Deal with it. I thought that was the explanation. I didn't know it was because they were actively choosing to hide who they were.
He's Hook's daddy, and he's like a daddy to everyone in the moles. He's like a great person.
Alright, let's go help
Please
Hook.
hurry.
Go to the Great Mines. Okay. No, there's a... Oh, these are those puzzles, right? Can we do them? Okay, I think we can. Should we do them? Or should I just continue the story? Let's continue the story. I can do them later.
Calm down, calm down. We're all here to work for a living. Why not sit down and talk it out?
Save it! We treated you as our leader, but look how you treated us.
Such a rat.
You sold the intel about the
Wait,
vein to
Chiron
Antonia,
is a guy?
first.
Like just a regular
Now,
person in
we have
Fate?
to work for those guys.
Isn't he supposed to be a centaur? I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, he is. Chiron is the guy who trains.
So you admit that you
No, it's
sold
not
the intel to the
Heracles.
mining
Is it
team?
Perseus?
Go away, you brute!
Yeah, Chiron is a centaur.
Daddy.
Is he also a centaur in Fate?
Oh, no, you have it wrong. It's your daddy who bullied us first. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Daddy?
Yes, I told Antonia about the vein.
No, so he is a
But I
centaur.
was the first
Okay.
one to discover it. I have the right to do anything with it.
It's only because you have that detector. Let's see who's boss when we take it from you.
Back off. I was thinking about the bigger picture when I did that. Unlike you all who just look for trouble every day.
Wait,
Well, I think someone needs to teach you a lesson.
so Chiron is a centaur.
Guys, get him.
So that means he's not worried at all about hiding who he is?
Pushing through Hook.
Then why does everyone else, like, hide who they are? He would have a horse tail. I guess that makes sense. The moles are here. Surrender now.
Come and help Hook.
Another punching bag? Fine by me. I'll kick all your butts.
But wait, why do some of them hide who they are while others don't then?
Strike with heart. A foregone conclusion. Here, there's thunder.
Daddy, are you hurt?
Just a few scratches. How about you, Hook?
Don't worry about me. I have Diggertron.
Huh,
no
really?
one can hurt me.
But wait,
Good.
how does that
That's
work?
good.
Do they just need to know their
And
true
you,
name to be
young
able to
man.
defeat them?
Are you hurt?
Is it
Thank
something
you for
like
your
that?
help.
Or is it just because they know their true name, they can, like, look at the myth? No, so it's just their true name is enough to defeat them. That's interesting. So it's kind of like demons in Ars Goetia, right? Where as long as you know their name, you can control them. That's interesting. I barely felt the thing.
I remember. You are the outsiders Natasha mentioned before, right? I heard that you helped resolve some conflicts around the mines when you arrived. And again today, when you saved my life.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
The conflicts between the vagrants and the mining team have lasted for quite a long time. Even if you have just temporarily mitigated our rather tense relationship, it is greatly appreciated.
Daddy, let's go to the old witch's clinic. You're seriously hurt.
But the vein detector that rapscallion was after, somebody already stole it from me. I need to keep searching, otherwise I might never see it again.
Yeah, go to the clinic. We'll find the vein detector.
Tool. I guess I should let it go.
If you know their name, you'll figure out how to beat them. Otherwise, they go by their class as a nickname. Oh, I see. That's why they keep. That's why, like, is it Arturia? It's often just called Saber, right? Because I guess that's how she calls herself to hide her identity. It applies the same with her power weapon or noble phantasm. Wait, are those different things? I thought their weapons were called their noble phantasms. I thought it was the same thing.
Life is as ephemeral as
Wait, what's the difference then?
A few games of chess will while away the time.
I've taken care of your wounds. I'm running short on medical supplies these days, though, so behave yourselves and stay away from trouble. You hear me? Don't pretend you didn't hear that, Hook. I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. But I guess still, shields kind of count as weapons, at least to me. Oh, okay. But wait, it's their gear that is their noble phantasm, and it's that noble phantasm that gives them powers, right? That's how that works? The boss is always right.
You are gonna spoil that kid. That's enough for now. I'll say this one last time, Hook. If you cause any trouble again, I'll take Diggertron away. Do you understand?
Hook understands.
The boss of the moles should stick to her word. I have patients to take care of. See you later.
Okay, so I was right. It is their weapons are their noble phantasm.
If it weren't
because I remember,
Natasha,
yeah. So it depends who the servant is. And isn't it? It's Gilgamesh, right? Who has like 1,000 different weapons, or he can like summon the weapon of every single servant, something like that, isn't it? Because Gilgamesh is like the first servant or something like that. That's like the only piece of Fate lore that I know of.
Well, a few days ago,
yeah, he has
found
thousands of them.
Vein using a vein
yeah, exactly.
And I sold this info to Antonio.
Because I remember,
supervisor of
what was it? I remember seeing like some fan art of Gilgamesh, and I thought, ah, this is a cool character. Let's learn what's his dealies. So I went to read something about him, and I figured out his power.
The mining team could not
Gilgamesh also has his famous sword. Oh, so he has like 2 different powers.
I'm just too old for this.
Daddy? Are we short on money? Why did you do that?
My poor child. Daddy is old now. Who knows how long I can stay by your side? I have to start preparing for your future. People say I'm selfish.
Oh, so they can
Think
have
I'm a
more than
traitor.
one power.
But
Okay.
it doesn't matter to me. All you need to know is when I'm gone, you will have
So
money
like
to take care
Achilles,
of yourself
for
and
example,
survive
his
on your
spear
own.
could be one noble phantasm and his shield be another.
Forget about it. Since I've got the money from the mining team, I have nothing to complain about now. It's just a shame that I lost my vein detector. It was indeed
Yeah, I
a
see.
treasure.
Okay.
I guess so. It's an ancient relic that can detect geomarrow veins. I often carried it around
skip the
looking for a
dialogue.
new claim. I suppose some villains must have taken notice. Anyway, I guess I don't need the detector anymore. The less trouble, the better. I shouldn't care who stole my device. Whoever it was, I hope they get good use out of it.
Hook seems to be giving me a look like, I want to talk to you outside the clinic now. So that's why people call eyes the windows to the soul.
Okay, so I guess Hook wants to come up with a plan to recover the detector.
Wait! Hook needs you to help with something. Well, I haven't said what we're gonna do, but that's the spirit. You truly are an honorary member of the moles.
We're in. Let's go get the
Detector's
detector.
Daddy's treasure, so I gotta get it back. You'll help me, won't you?
As long as you behave yourself.
I'll be waiting for you at the shelter in the mine, big brother. I mean... See ya!
Wait, hold on. Why did Hook get to call his big brother like with an actual voice actor? Meanwhile, Clara, when she called his big brother, she didn't, like, the voice actor didn't say anything. What is this double standard? Frankly, Fitkin granddaughter has tons of waifus, but still has his bandits. For example, they do gashes on waifus in their summer alts. First for his bandits, they get their summer alts for free in their events. Oh, really? I'm guessing summer alts is swimsuit skins, which are kind of obligatory in every single gacha.
You should have gotten here before Hook. Let me introduce you to Sweta. She is Daddy's most
But yeah,
trusted
Fate has to be like the
not at
one
all.
gacha
Mr.
that I
Thurston
imagine
trusts
has the
every
most
vagrant, and every one of us
waifus.
trusts
Like
Mr.
waifus and
Thurston.
husbandos in the game
But after
total.
what happened over at that geomarrow vein, the atmosphere at the shelter became a bit tense.
I'm here to find Daddy's treasure.
Actually, wait, I just realized I never played Fate. I never played Fate Granddaughter. No, I played the
Well,
I was mixing
I
up
would guess that's
the
probably true.
the games in my
After
head.
the conflict in the mine,
Yeah, that's the one. I played
Wildfire
Fire
gathered
Emblem.
everyone out of the shelter and took a head count
Fire
to check on the
Emblem
wounded.
something or other.
Four
That's
people
the one
were
I
not
played.
When we returned to the shelter,
Yeah,
Mr.
I forgot.
Firstman's
I
detector
mixed
was
up the
gone.
names. Okay, I
We
never
searched all
played
around the
Fate
shelter, but
Granddaughter.
found nothing.
I'll need to try
I
it
guess
out.
one of those four people was the thief.
I'll try to make a team with only Roman characters. One of those four people were the thief.
Indeed. Now we can narrow down the scope of our search
I got too tired of
considerably.
Fire Emblem's gacha game because of
We
massive
vagrants
amount
have our
of banners with
dignity,
waifus.
I'm sure we will catch the
I mean,
thief, but
aren't waifus the ones who usually get in the most
actually we've already
revenue?
asked those four suspects about it.
Because the majority
all
of
claim to
players
not have
are
stolen
male,
anything.
right?
Of course, we
Or
would never
are there
expect
any
thieves to
gachas
confess
that
and turn
are
themselves in,
female
right?
dominated? I mean, I
In my
assume there
opinion,
are,
one of those four was lying.
but I'm not aware of any. There can't be more than one.
Doesn't seem likely. All four suspects are at the shelter. If you're feeling confident, why not give it a try? Maybe you can determine who the thief is.
Yeah, lots of fan service as well.
Adults are so dishonest.
And same for the skins. Like the more money you put in, the most fan service you can get. That's usually how gachas work. Especially since a lot of them don't even have like okay, maybe I'm gonna get hate for this, but I think the majority of gachas don't have decent gameplay or even passable gameplay. I think the vast majority of gacha, they are just waifu simulators. They don't have any gameplay.
Nope.
That's like playable.
I'm no thief.
Really?
Honestly, that's the reason why the only gacha games I play are Honkai and Genshin, because they're the ones that have like gameplay first and gacha second. What were you doing?
Spacing out. Didn't notice anything.
Same, honestly. Jingyuan is my new main. I got him, was it the day before yesterday? Like, out of stream. Sadly, I didn't wish on stream. But, like, he's amazing. And he's handsome as fuck as well. Okay, so she was spacing out. And
But
she
a bit of a
thinks...
cheapskate.
Okay.
Nope. What detector?
Hey, would you mind talking more nicely?
What? I always talk like this.
I don't feel like she's the thief.
Can we trust your hunch?
It's the hunch of Pitch Dark Hook the Great.
Yeah, he's so hot. And like his splash art with like the albino lion. It's so cool. Like he's just sitting down with his arm resting on a lion. Honestly, badass.
What? Oh, if I'd known I would become a suspect, I wouldn't have gone out at that time. How foolish of me. Of course not. I didn't do anything wrong.
We just need you to answer a few questions.
Okay. Ask away. It would be good to clear myself of suspicion.
Oh yeah, wait. Blade hasn't been released yet, has he? I don't think he has. I've seen him in the quest already. But Luca, who's Luca? I don't remember them.
Nothing special. I just went out to get some fresh air.
Okay, so he's in 1.2.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
So it's
I
like
know
the
that's a
next
lame
patch or something
alibi,
like that, right?
But I swear, it's the truth. Mr. Firstman, he's a good person. Though... Oh, never mind. Oh, no. I must sound very suspicious, but I really didn't do anything. You have to believe me. Detector? No, I haven't seen anything, and I don't know anything. Is that all the questions you have? Have I proven my innocence? Oh dear. All this waiting around is enough to make me even more anxious.
Look, his red hair, fist fighter boy with right metal arm. What? Right metal arm? Okay, so we definitely have not seen him in the quest line, have we? Because I absolutely do not remember anyone like that. He's after Silverwolf. Oh, Silverwolf is the hacker, right?
How could you say that? You're gonna make me angry. You know what a businessman values the most? Reputation. If your slander ruins
Yeah,
my reputation and harms my
Silverwolf
business,
is the
you'll
hacker,
pay for
right?
that.
The Stellaron Hunter hacker that works with Kafka.
Well, then answer our questions. We'll decide if we believe you or not.
I have the right to remain silent. I withhold my opinion toward this question.
Okay, so he's just not going to say anything?
No comment.
Ugh, you... I'll give you one more chance. Think carefully and give your answer to Diggertron this time.
You little brat. Grow a couple of feet taller before you think about threatening me.
Some
Here,
people
how about we
may
make a
have
deal?
him beforehand.
I'll tell you what I know in exchange for a small intel service fee.
Wait, are you talking
Fair and
about
honest.
Luca? Or about Silverwolf? I'll tell you what no exchange for a small service. Fine, sure.
Great. I like your style. Customers who don't fuss over the price are the best. So what do you want to know? Ask away. I went into town to restock. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? I restock on a regular basis, everyone knows that.
Look on
Wondering why
his
there was
light
nobody
cone.
at the shelter. Versman,
So
an
they
old
may
customer
have the
of mine.
light cone
He's
beforehand?
pretty nice to
Is that
me,
what
though
you're
we're not
saying?
so close. As to what he did about that Geomero vein, it was kind of unethical. We're all neighbors. We've known each other for a long time. But he sold out to the other side and left his own people out to dry. I really can't agree with that. Look, the cook is definitely the thief, I'm sure about that. I value my reputation more than anything, so you can trust me. In my line of work, I've learned to read people. And something's definitely fishy with that cook. I could tell from the start. If you don't believe me, just
Okay, so
ask anyone.
Silverwolf is the hacker. Yeah. Because I remembered Kafka talking about the Silverwolf. Okay.
Well. What's this? Playing detective, are we?
No, so he's the guy the merchant
Did you steal my
says
daddy's
was the one who
detector?
stole the detector. Okay.
You little brat. How dare you label me a thief? Someone needs to give you a good lesson on manners. I'm an honest and decent man. I'd never do such a shady thing.
Anyone can say that. If you really didn't steal anything, then just answer our questions.
Oh, you have a temper, huh? All right, I'll spare a couple minutes for your little detective game. I'm a cook. What else would I be doing? Don't you notice the smoky cooking smell all over me? It's just that I happened to be out shopping for ingredients at that time. Otherwise, who'd want anything to do with this kind of thing?
Oh, really? How convenient.
That old fursman was kind to me. When we were at Rivet Town, he put me in charge of the whole mining team's food supply. And it's because I trusted him that I came to this mine with him. I mean, I didn't expect he would take that money for himself. Anyway, he found that Geomero vein by himself, so I won't blame him for not sharing. But you know, what he did was not like the old fursman I knew. Well, I don't want to be a snitch, but out of my respect for fursmen, I'll tell you a secret. The helper over there, I saw him sneak into fursman's tent and come out holding a box. See? Isn't he the most suspicious one?
Okay, so now they're starting to accuse each other.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I've told you all I know. Now leave me alone if you don't have any more questions. I'm busy.
Okay, so the merchant says it was the cook. The cook says it was the helper.
Do you remember everything they
The
said?
helper says he didn't
Don't
do
worry,
it.
I've written it all down for you. Remember, among these 4 people, only the
Only
real,
the real
thief
thief
would
would
lie.
lie. Okay.
The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him. So,
Huh.
do you know who the culprit is?
I think the cook and merchant are the most suspicious. My gut tells me that one of them is the culprit. But don't worry, even if you choose the wrong one, Pitch Dark Hook the Great has other ways to uncover the true culprit.
Right. We have other methods besides deductive reasoning to find out who the true thief is. Let's just examine what they've said first to decide. The cook said the helper did it.
Okay, so it's either the cook or the merchant. The merchant says the cook did it, which can either be true or not. But if it isn't true, that means that the cook is saying the truth, that it was the helper. And it couldn't be the helper, at least according to Hook. So that means that the cook has to be lying. Because then the helper is saying the truth. And okay, so it has to be the cook.
I don't know why, but I'll trust your judgment.
Yeah, some light guns can have characters before they're released. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so it should be the cook. Okay, yeah, he ran away.
Where did he go?
Beats me. I saw him running out in quite a panic.
Okay, yeah, so it was the cook.
That guy has to be guilty. Where is he running off to?
So he's linked from justice.
I saw Mr. Sampo on the way to the mine when I came here. Could he be involved in this?
Wait, so Sampo is around? Definitely has something to do with him.
Hook, Mr. Sampo should be that way. Mr. Sampo's always at the clinic hanging around Miss Natasha. Hook thought he was really sick or something. He's working with the thief. Then he's also a bad guy.
Okay, so let's go catch Sampo. Maybe Sampo is trying to buy the thing off of him.
My friend, are you serious? This device is quite rare. Are you really willing to sell
looks
it
like
to
I
me
was
for a
right.
low price?
No, why are you making this so complicated? Do you want it or not? Just tell me.
You two stop right there. Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived.
Oh boy, I knew it was too good to be true. I gotta make this clear. I have nothing to do with this fella. You have to trust me. Miss Hook, please, don't point that thing at me. It's scary.
Hey, how can you sell me out like that? We had a deal.
You stole Daddy's treasure. Diggertron will not spare you.
This is all that old Versman's fault. Just because he has this device I'm holding, he can make a fortune. It's not fair!
Well, it seems you guys have some issues to sort out, so maybe I should leave.
The heck if I care! With the underworld in such a sad state, how are we supposed to survive if we don't resort to robbing and stealing? Anyway, I got the device now. Come take it, if you have the guts.
Diggertron, get ready.
Oh, and Sampo already ran away. Because of course he did.
How many can you block?
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Okay, and I'm guessing. Oh no, here he
Tough
is.
for someone who can't fight. Come on, hand the detector over to Hook.
I figured he'd already be like light years away.
No, Daddy's treasure! It's broken!
Hey! Now this is Sampo's time to shine. Of course! I wouldn't want to miss out on seeing you and Miss Hook's acts of heroism, would I? Listen here. There's a fellow in Bouldertown they call Balloway the Miner's Lamp. He's an appraiser. Although he claims that he doesn't do appraisals anymore for ancient relics, he actually still does a bit behind the scenes for ones that are of especially high value. I think this device of yours is probably worth a lot. It might be a good idea to try your luck with Balloway. Here's a trick. First, pretend that you want to sell it for a low price, then wait for him to excitedly fix the device for you. After it's fixed, tell him you changed your mind and you want to keep it for yourself. This business tactic is what I call a bait and switch. Pretty clever, huh?
Sampo is great.
Miner's lamp. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Sampo. Let's go into town to find him.
Have a safe trip.
Okay, Sampo is amazing. He's always really fun when he shows up.
Chess will while away the time.
Appraisal of what? I was wondering if you could have a look at this detector.
I'm already retired from appraising ancient relics, so unless this detector is some kind of precious treasure...
Look at this! The detector's probe broke off. Can you fix it?
Oh, ho ho, this certainly is a rare relic. Let me take a closer look.
Yes, look extra close. You have to help Hook fix it.
This device... I've been in the business for a long time, but never have I seen an ancient relic like this one before. I think this is probably beyond repair. But still, it is a rare treasure. Even broken, I'd be willing to pay a high price for it. What do you say?
Can we trust your appraisal?
The
So we have to
detective's
scam
probe is
him.
gone. It's like searching for
Or maybe we don't
something
have
without
to
eyes
scam
or
him, but I want to scam
Now,
him the way
it's nothing more
the way
than a pile
Sampo
of
told us
junk
to.
with no practical value. I'm willing to offer a generous price for this thing, so do you want to sell it or not?
Alright then, let's go find Daddy.
Yeah, so we couldn't fix it. Yeah, so did I pick the wrong dialogue option? Oops. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping we'd get to fix it.
Where have you been, Hook? I was just about to go looking for you. Come on, let's go home. I'll cook some salt-baked rock crabs for you.
Salt-baked rock
What's wrong with
crabs.
this
Somehow
kid?
that sounds both disgusting and delicious at the same time.
Why? What happened?
Big Brother and Hook helped Daddy catch the thief that stole it. But Daddy's detector is broken. It's all my fault. If only I could have found it sooner.
So it was stolen. You're not hurt, are you, Hook?
I'm fine. Daddy, can you see if your detector still works?
The geomarrow probe is damaged. I'm afraid this thing won't work anymore.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't help one bit.
What are you apologizing for? Thank you so much for looking out for me, Hook.
But Daddy's treasure.
Oh.
Don't cry, Hook.
Poor Hook.
Daddy's true treasure has been here all along. It was never lost or broken.
Oh, he's talking about Hook.
Even you know what it is?
The detector helped me find lots of geomarrow veins, and it saved the mining team a lot of money. In that respect, it was a very good thing. But at the end of the day, the detector is just a tool. A true treasure must have irreplaceable importance to someone.
Hook doesn't really understand.
It's okay. I'm saying some things that might seem strange, but you will understand someday.
So, the treasure Daddy's talking about
Is still happily running and jumping around.
Daddy! You're not allowed to see Hook cry! Go away!
Okay, that was a really cute quest. Oh, we got some achievements. Okay. Well, it's starting to get around the time that I was going to end the stream. So how about we make some warps, wishes, whatever they're supposed to be called in this game. How about we wish for a little bit and then I go find someone to raid. But yeah, let's no, fuck it. Let's do 10 pulls. Let's see what we can get. I'll probably not get any 5 stars, but but still. Okay, so cornucopia. Databank. Oh, another Tingyun Eidolon. That's pretty cool. I have been using her a lot as a support for Qingyun. Oh, and a Serval Eidolon as well. I don't think I've used Serval like once. No, actually that's a lie. I used her in the event. Where she was a trial character. I used her once. But okay. Let's do another 10 pull and then I'll go find someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions for who I can raid, I'm open. I'm open to suggestions. Oh wait, I got a 5 star. I literally just said okay, I got it. Okay, that's pretty good. So I got an Eidolon for. I was literally talking about how I probably wouldn't get a 5 star. Okay, streamer luck, I guess. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see what else I can get. So 3 stars. Oh, and the Sushang Eidolon. Okay, that's pretty cool as well. So that should be all of it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, that was really cool. Okay, so I got a Sushang Eidolon. That's kind of difficult to say. After triggering Sword Stance, the damage taken by Sushang. Wait, Sword Stance is the talent, right? Oh, that's Dancing Blade. What's Sword Stance? Oh, so Sword Stance is from the ultimate ability. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. So Serval. Then Serval's talent is triggered, deal additional damage. That's pretty cool if I used Serval. Okay. Tingyun, so it's just an ability upgrade. Huh, so the ultimate and the basic attack. That's pretty cool. And then for the crown jewel, an Eidolon for Jingyuan, sorry. So when lightning lord attacks, the damage multiplier on enemies adjacent to the target increases by by an extra amount equal to 25% of the damage multiplier against the target enemy. Okay. So I guess when Total Lord activates, it has like a main target and the secondary targets that are around it. So I guess this increases the damage to the secondary targets. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I really did not expect to get a Jing Yuan Eidolon. But that was pretty cool. Okay. I hope everyone had fun with the stream, and let's look for someone to raid. I'm still open to suggestions. Okay, let's raid someone. Okay, so no one I follow is online. So let's look for someone who's playing. Okay. Let's raid this person, maybe? No, maybe not. Let's look for... Hold on, okay. Okay, let me look at Twitch with some more attention. Let's see if I can find someone cool to raid. Okay, let's look for people who are playing Star Rail. Okay, let's raid. How about... Okay, let's raid this person. I have no idea who they are, but but let's raid them. Hopefully they won't mind. Okay. Okay. I'll see you all on their channel